The next iPhone is almost here. It may be an iWatch. Hi, I'm Aaron Jones, and welcome to another one of my vlogs coming to you from Nihama in Japan. And today I'm enjoying on this Sunday afternoon this Strong Zero nice drink. How much alcohol is it? 8%. Very good. Nice relaxing thing to do on a Sunday afternoon. Anyways, today I wanted to talk about my predictions for the Apple iPhone 6 event, which will be held on September 9th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time in California. And here in Japan, it will be 2 a.m. on the morning of the 10th. So I will try to watch it live if I can. Hopefully I can. If not, later the next day in the afternoon when I'm back home. But I like to talk about my predictions, what I think will happen at this event. Like I did at the WWDC one, I'm going to talk about this one because it's one of my interests, and so I wanted to talk about it. Of course, the iPhone 6, or whatever they're going to call it this time, the iPad Air or the iPad Pro for the bigger size, which I heard, it seems like they're going to release two sized phones, which I think is probably going to happen. Last year they released two phones. They released the iPhone 5S and the iPhone 5C. So this year to release two phones is not going to be unusual, but two different sizes, one 4.7 inches and the other one 5.5 inches. This is the rumor so far, so I'm sure that will happen. I won't be changing my phone this year to an iPhone 6 because last year I changed to an iPhone 5S, and I like iPhones, but I'm not a crazy person, or not that you're crazy if you do it, but I don't change my phone every year. I wait till the contract has run out, and then I'll upgrade when there's time to upgrade my account. When I need to, if I have to, I will do it. The last time my phone broke completely and my contract was up after 2 years, so it was easy to upgrade. If I don't need to upgrade, if the phone is still working fine, I won't upgrade. That's how I do it. Anyways, so I think that will be the main thing that will be announced. And along with the iPhone will be, of course, the iOS 8 with probably new features that we didn't see at the WWDC, because things link to the specific hardware of the iPhone 6 and maybe some other secrets that they have. And I also believe we'll get the release date of when we can download iOS 8 to our iPhones and our iPads, which I think will be very useful. And my also prediction is that, of course, the day of the event, that developers will get the Gold Master and start preparing, and probably 1 week later or 10 days later, we can download iOS 8 onto our iOS devices. So I'm looking forward to that. And of course, with iOS 8, I think we're going to see, of course, they're going to talk more about the HealthKit SDK thing, about health and other applications connected with that, and third-party applications that will connect with that already. The same with HomeKit. We're going to see some things that are integrated with electronic live home devices and stuff that we can control our lights and TVs and stuff. I think we're going to start to see some probably third-party developers showing off some of those things at this event. And perhaps maybe a payment system, maybe a near-field communication system for doing payments by touching the phone to somewhere. Now, living in Japan, that's common in a lot of other Android phones and other Japanese phones, even old phones like this. This one doesn't have it, but some other phones do have that technology in Japan because it's widely used for credit cards and stuff like that, for one-touch paying. So if that is connected, that'll be very useful because a lot of systems use that here in Japan already. And because the iPhone doesn't have it, it's a little bit outdated. This e-wallet, they call it in Japan, I think would be very useful. Though where I am, I don't take the train and stuff like that. Some trains you can pay that way as well. And if you can, that technology can be adapted for all those kinds of things, that'll be very useful. You can just do it in your iPhone, which is a little bit outdated in Japan because a lot of phones in Japan, domestic phones, can already do that. But it'll be nice to see it come to the iPhone if that happens. Let's see what else I have here. The iWatch. Now, it's looking more like some wearable or iWatch will be announced. Of course, the invitations for this event went out, and they didn't just invite technology people, but fashion journalists and vloggers were also invited. So that's a kind of a sign that maybe the iWatch will appear, or some kind of wearable, iPod wearable will appear during this event. I'm interested in this. I'm not sure if I will get such a device. Depends on the cost. The cost factor, I think, is very important in this, especially for me. If it's going to be more than my limit is, if it's more than $150 US, I won't consider probably buying an iWatch. It'll be too expensive for what I will need. I'll use my cheap old watch and just take the phone out of my pocket. It really depends what they have packed into this thing, but getting around $200, $300, or even $400 US, which I've seen for me personally, I won't buy if it's that expensive. If it's within 150 US dollars, it's a possibility that I would buy something like that, depending on its functionality. And so I'm thinking we're going to see something there. If it's going to come up for sale before Christmas, who knows? I think it's possible that there'll be a few things announced, different versions, and maybe one version will be available before the holiday season this year. And that'll be interesting to see. And let's see what else. The big white buildings that have appeared near where they're going to do the presentation. I forgot the name of the place where they're going to do the presentation, but there's the mysterious white buildings, and what I think that is going to be connected with probably the home kit and the health kit. They're going to have the home kit. They're going to have examples of interior of a house and then journalists and the people at the event can go and see how the iPhone and iOS and iPad interact with third-party hardware, such as lighting systems and televisions and ovens, and how everything is going to be connected in your home. I think that's going to be like a display modern house. This is products that are coming out in the next year or two that will work with HomeKit, and here we can actually see it set up in a house and how it's going to work, walking from room to room, and the temperature changes as you go into this room, and the lights change to this color when this person goes in. I think that's what that is going to be. At this event, I don't think they're going to announce any new iPads. I think they'll leave that for a October event or a November event, as well with the new Macintosh. I don't think we'll see anything or mention about that. This will be basically only iPhone and maybe iWatch at this event, and we won't see the next Yosemite, anything talked about that. They might mention it, but I don't think we'll hear about that until the next Apple event, which will probably be in October or November. So those are my predictions for this next week's September 9th Apple event for the next iPhone and perhaps iWatch. After the event is done, within a day or two, I'll make another vlog, because that's what I did last time. I'll do it this time because I have a high interest in this, because it's really fascinating for me, and to see what my predictions came true and what I liked and didn't like about the event. Anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about. If you want to keep up with other content, please subscribe to my website. Please like and share, and comments below about what you think might happen at this event. And until next time, see you then. Bye-bye.